What's up guys, I'm Corvus95. Welcome to episode 2 of my Spore Let's Play. We're about to get into the creature mode, but first let's get some legs. So I think first of all actually we're going to have to get rid of everything and start over. Get rid of the big eye. Right, so now you have a lot more manipulation you can do. So you could lengthen yourself, you can make yourself a very long snake. We're going to keep up the snake idea. I think we should. So we're going to try and make it look like we're a snake. I'm going to rear back slightly. You don't actually have to get legs. So we could be that snake from The Good Dinosaur. The one with the tiny little legs. Just get tiny little feet as well. I mean, we can try out without legs, but I know from experience that it's very slow going. Your creature moves very slowly. And then just get some all our thundercoughs here. It's not that snake-like, is it? Right, let's just rotate. And we can lower it closer to the ground. We'll give it some more bulk here. Not that much though. And a bit more in the neck. Just, you can spend hours just manipulating this in the because there's a separate creature editor known as the creature creator. So you can just spend hours and hours on that. Let's get 2 button eyes. Not 1, 2, but we'll make them small. And then let's get the mouth. I wouldn't like to run into this. It's quite a strange creature because of all the basic parts we have. So each of these now gives a different ability. So this gives bite 1, sing 1, bite 1, sing 1, bite 1, sing 1. All the mouths do the same but allow you to eat different things. Spike now gives charge. Poison gives spit. Electric gives charm, which is a social ability. Flagella gives sneak, which turns you invisible for some reason. Cilia gives jump, because you can get wings, so you can make a bird creature. And the jet gives you sprint, and the eyes just give you sight. So, first of all, let's move these legs further forward actually. And let's thin out the tail. I want it to be quite obvious that it is a tail. Right, there we go. So, there's the snake creature. That's the basics of it. We could give it a flagellum so that it actually has a tail. And for some reason we want to go singular then. And then rotate that down. Does that look any good? No. Let's get rid of that. I think we should get poison, because poison's very helpful. Helpful for taking out larger enemies. We can get some poison sacs on our back. We'll shrink them down a bit. A bit bigger. Like that. We'll also have a spike. We'll have a spiked tail. Like that. It looks quite deadly. Okay, colour-wise. So we're purple and blue striped at the minute. That looks pretty good. Let's try... So this is the purple, I believe. This is the purple. Yeah, that's the purple. So let's try changing to red. So let's get a red body. Red scales. And let's get some stripes, but let's make the stripes blue. Looks a bit cartoony. Let's get darker blue. Does that look any good? That looks pretty good. And then if we get a yellow belly, oh, it's a side stripe. Let's try dark green for this. No. Let's try purple. No. Let's try the dark blue. Does that look any good? I don't want that side stripe. Try this sheen kind of thing. Looks okay. Maybe have this in the purple. That looks good. Maybe some of these scales on the front. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm happy with our creature. We're going to come up with a new name for it. It is going to be the Hylor? No. It's going to be the Zacox? No. Jelly. Jelly. That's the perfect name. This is Jelly, the creature that we have just created is called Jelly. It actually looks quite gelatinous from the scales, how they sheen. The sheen that the scales have, not how they sheen, how they shine. Yeah, so can we actually get anything else? We could get more eyes. But I think I'm happy with our creature, so let's save and exit. And let's get into creature stage. Oh, look at the doggy paddle. So you have some little words here, little phrases, differentiating cellular library. These are some creatures that Maxis has created. So there's an actual like slug creature. And here we are. We're calling for our friends, also of our species. So our entire species basically is gained sentience at the same time. It wasn't a like progressive event, it was just at once all of our species evolved to be sentient. Right. So now we move into a mode which is very, I suppose, is this MMO? Where we have different button combinations that give us our different abilities. So you can use like 1, 2, 3 and 4 to do your attacks, and if you click on this button, this is your social abilities: sing, charm, pose, and there's one more. Right, so over here you'll find these bone piles around the world, and if you click on them, you'll excavate them and you'll get a new body part that you can equip. So we've got a manglerfish, so that gives me 2 bite, 1 sing. So is there any more bones? There's one over here. Or is that a stick? That's a stick. So you can't actually pick that up unless you have arms, which you can get at a later point. Right, so we're going to have to go. Where's the nearest nest? So there's an unknown species over here. So these are the beans. As you can see, they look quite beany. So if we click on one of these, so we'll go the all regular ones, or is there an alpha? There's an alpha bean. So the alpha gives you a body piece if you kill it. So let's spit at it, and now let's bite it. As you can see, it's basically, it's almost turn-based, but it's not, because you can get in more than one hit before they get a hit in. So we've got some web waddle. feet that give us charge and the speed and jump. So we'll equip them when we next mate. If we have a look, we can tilt the camera. There's some bones over here. We'll pick these up. Looks like there's some bones down here. Oh, that's a shell actually. You can find shells for some reason. Right, so there's another creature here. A regular bean. Let's go bite it. So we're going to chase after her. So as you can see, all these creatures use the basic default parts that we had to use as well. So now, as you can see over here, we have 5 health left and we are half full on hunger. So we can eat these creatures and it gives us both health and restores our hunger. And then when we hunt one more bean, we will get 20 DNA points. There's some more bones over here. So we'll dig those up. We'll get an eye. Eyes are probably the worst things to find in this game because they just do very little for you. Like there's no upgrade to sight. You don't get better vision. You don't go from like human vision to dog vision to owl vision. It doesn't actually work like that. The way it works is you've just got one level of sight, and if you don't have eyes, then you don't have good as sight. You still have sight though. We'll just eat this. So we've got some DNA. You also get DNA for killing creatures, I believe. So that's one. And as you can see, this home nest has now been eliminated. So it's now a skull and crossbones on the map. You can also befriend various creatures. So if we see who lives here, it is a Trouba. So let's click on these. So a Trouba. So I'm going to ally with these just to show you how it works. So he's going to sing, so we have to do the matching action. And we sing, and now he is generally happy with us. So we need to do 2 more to ally with this species. So later on, oops, I clicked off by accident there. So later on, if you don't evolve, say, pose abilities, then you can't match a species that has evolved that pose ability, so they won't be impressed by you. So if you want to go the social route, then you have to evolve social abilities. And if you want to go kind of omnivore-ish, you have to evolve both social abilities and offensive abilities. So we just got the next level of brain power. So we can now get an ally on our pack. So we're going to steal their bones first. So we've got some arms. Interesting. So if we go back to our home nest, which is over here, you can just click on the map if you're not sure which direction you're facing. So have we got any alpha jellies? No, we've just got babies and regulars. So if we click on this one, we can now match it, and it will join our pack. So now when we go fight other species, or try to impress other species with our social abilities, then we will have an ally to help us out. The baby's also following along. So we're going to this little village, I suppose. Nest's the word I wanted to use. Right. So what are these? They're called spittoons. So they have spit ability. I think we're going to wipe these out. So is there an alpha? There's an alpha. Right. Let's charge the alpha. We'll charge the alpha. Now we're going to fight and hopefully take it out. Now we'll go for the alpha. Pay attention to your health. It can go badly if you don't. Now we're fighting actually 2, this is very inefficient. But we have a big health advantage, so we should be able to take these out, and we do, and the surviving ones go zooming off into space. I don't know why they do that. But you can heal at other people's bases. We're going to have a meal. Just to get our hunger back. And it now wants us to go find our mate and then evolve our new pieces. Our new body parts. So your mate's quite easily recognised because they have the love hearts above them. So now if we hit mating call and then click on the mate, you now do some weird dance and then we go lay an egg. This is why I said I think we always play as the female of the species, because we're always the one to lay the eggs. I think there's some male fish and sea creatures that do, so it's not conclusive from the cell stage, but you also do it every time in creature stage as well, so I'm guessing we always play as the female. Okay, so which body parts are we going to get? So we want to be kind of like a snake creature. So if we get maybe these eyes, they're quite slitted, so yeah, they look good. And we get rid of our other eyes we had. Get rid of these eyes. Now we evolve these and put these up front like that. So now we're very angry. We have arms. I also have the creepy and cute pack. So I have some extra body pieces. So like I have mechanical arms. But we're not going to use those. I think we'll just go for the basic ones. Are we going to go full snake? Should we do that? Because it means we won't be able to get pose or strike, I believe. I don't think we can go full snake. Maybe we'll go with the snake neck and then we'll go a regular body. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to move the body up. We'll move the head up slightly. We'll keep it curled back. Just so it's like reared back like a snake, ready to strike. So now we'll make it a bit plumper. And we'll swap out these legs. We'll get some arms. Should we go with the exoskeleton arms? And then shrink these down a bit. We're very far back. Should we go with those? They look very strange. Okay, let's just go with some regular arms. The arms and legs don't give you extra abilities, they're just aesthetics. So we got those. We now remove the hands. And we'll build up the thighs a bit more. Move them up and we'll build up the legs in general, get them a bit more muscly. Then we will not do that. That does happen occasionally. You'll grab the wrong piece. Right, we'll get rid of our feet. So hands wise, we could get pose. We could get level 2 strike. Are we going to go social or aggressive? Well, we could go... I kind of want to have a bit of a mixed run. So if we go aggressive in... We went aggressive in cell stage. If we go aggressive in creature stage and then go peaceful in civilization and tribal stage, or do we go peaceful? I think we should just go. No, I think we should go all out war. So we'll get the grabbers, these ones, the grubby grabbers, which give us level 2 strike, and then we can make them bigger or smaller. We'll make them slightly smaller. We'll move our hands out slightly. And now we will get, so on charge level 2. We're not that bothered by jump, I don't think. I don't think we're going to be a flying creature. So we'll get hooves. Just get regular hooves, not large, not too small. Make them a bit smaller. And should we get horns? What we got so far? We've got charge level 2, strike level 2, speed level 1, bite level 1. So we could get speed level 2. I think we're going to. So we're going to swap these out for the rocket launcher. And this is going to be on the end of our tail now. I'm going to shrink it down a bit. So it's going to be on the end of our tail. We're going to turn the tail up not the whole thing. We're just going to turn the tail up a bit so it's not poking through the floor. And should we get any of these? The scimitar. We could get it there. And that'll give us strike as well. I mean, we already have strike, so it's not a necessity. We could add it to the tail. Well, let's see what else we can get. We can get some extra health. That might help. I would get a good mouth. That's a good thing to buy. So let's move you off. So we've got the manglerfish, the gobsterclaw, the dorker. So the slag jawed is pretty good. I think they all get to level 5 bite, I'm not entirely sure. This is quite dinosaur jaw. Quite T-Rex like. Let's just undo that. And then that's a good look. I quite like that look actually. Let's just make the head a bit thicker. And then we'll move you up. We'll move you across like that. That looks okay. It doesn't look great. Yeah, I quite like it actually. I'm not sure about the snake look, but we'll keep with it. Let's just make it a bit fatter in the middle. Just this one, there. And then just check. Yeah, I think it looks good. And we'll keep its name, Jelly. You can also go in test drive mode, which it gets rid of everything around it and you can perform specific actions, like you can get to do a flip, you can get to say hey, you can see when it's angry. So these are emotions that'll be used on various screens, like later on when you're in space stage you get to see like an ambassador from your world, and you talk to them when you want to buy supplies and stuff. There's a roll. You can punch now, and you can get 3 babies. You can also change the background, so you can put a fire background, a bubble world. It's a bit like Gallifrey. Or you can just have them in blackness. And yeah, it's quite weird, this mod, I always found. And you can take pictures, of course, and record a movie of it. But let's get back onto the game. And so we're going to hatch from this egg along with our ally that we recruited before we went into the mating stage. So it's trying to teach us how to spit, so you'll get a little tutorial every time you add something you haven't used. So this is strike now. And now we should... Okay, we know how to charge. You can just press escape to skip all this. And now we grow up. That was basically school. I was 18 years of school or whatever. So now, because we have arms, we can click on this stick and pick it up. So we now have a stick. You can't really use it as a weapon, but you can... How do you throw the stick? Oh, you just drop it. I know there's a way to throw it. Let's go to this base down here. Oh, as your ally, you can also ally different species, I believe. Not sure if... Yeah, you can, because you can get... There's these larger creatures that have 150 health. Or 250 health. Well, there's 2 stages of larger creature. There's epics, which have 1,000 health. You can't ally and basically want to kill everything. Then you have these other creatures. I can't remember the name for the life of me of. But they have 250 health, and the basically really rare creatures, you'll only see 1 or 2, probably. And you can ally with them, or you could kill them and get a lot of DNA points. As you can see, we are now dominating these creatures. This one's just sitting here, wanting to be eaten. We're cooked. So we'll now heal, we'll get some food as well. I can't remember the name of them, but they allow you to ally with them, and they make very good partners for going on attack runs. And so, actually, let's quickly check. Did they have any bones with them at this base? Let's just have a look. Doesn't look like it. So let's go to these bones over here. It's quite annoying because you click on something and it'll take you to that point, but I always want to move. And when you move it... So what this is a nest that eventually there will be species here, but they haven't spawned from these pods yet. I don't know why they spawn in pods, but it's very strange. Let's go over here. Sometimes they run into trees. That can get quite annoying. So these are the K's. Is there an alpha? There is an alpha. Let's charge it. And then let's bite it. So these are much more our level. It would be nice if you came around, yeah. Good. Apologies if I use the mouse a lot. I should use the button, but the mouse is just a lot more practical for me. I don't play many games that use like specific buttons like this, like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Like I've never played World of Warcraft or League of Legends or something like that. Like, you're hiding. I mean, you have to be killed. So we're going to put you on 2 health. we should probably eat something to get our health back. So let's eat this. I didn't realise how low my health was. And we need to find one more K. Where are they? Was the nest down here? Yes, it was. Let's go for the baby. Look at the baby. And this species is now extinct, despite the fact that there's 2 more members there. Right, guys, this is going to be the end of episode 2 of my Spore playthrough. As you can see, Jelly is looking magnificent. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I've been Corvus95. Thank you guys for watching, and